Happy Monday, fun day. Welcome everyone to the number one daily Bitcoin pod. In today's show, I'll be sharing the latest Bitcoin technical analysis as we're back in the green. I'll also be breaking down the latest with MicroStrategy acquisition of 2,138 Bitcoin for $209 million. Their yield now reaches 74% thus far this year. We'll also be discussing Hong Kong legislator proposes adding Bitcoin to their national reserves. Game theory in full effect. We'll also be discussing USDT issuer Tether adds an additional 7,629 Bitcoin to their Bitcoin reserve. Like whoa. We'll also be discussing breaking news. The centralized exchange volume hits record high of 462 billion just this month of December. Also, Galaxy Research unveils H1 and Q4 2025 price targets for the Biddy. I'll be sharing these targets of all-time highs, as well as Bitcoin predicted to hit 740,000 by April 2028, according to Dan Morehead of Pantera Capital. I'll be breaking this down for you. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much more, in today's show. But anyways, if you're new to the channel, important to smash the likes, then go ahead and subscribe. What's wrong with you? Half of you watching are not subscribed to the pod. I can't figure that one out. But anyways, fam, today is pod number 1864. I'm your host, JV. It's Monday, December 30th, 2024. Tomorrow's New Year's Eve, and before you know it, we're going to be into 2025 and 2024. We'll be looking at the rear view. It's been a hell of a year, to say the least. The Bitcoin ETFs went live. Now collectively, MicroStrategy and BlackRock have surpassed something like, what is that? 1 million Bitcoin just between I call it MicroStrategy now, MicroStrategy and BlackRock, which is mind-boggling to say the least. But anyways, we did hit 108.3, which is the current all-time high. That's current price discovery mode. And yeah, without further ado, let's kick it off with our market watch as we do each and every day. You should be able to see here on Coin360, Bitcoin in the green, Ether in the green, BNB in the green, Solana in the green, Cardano in the green. This morning it was like 91, so we are pumping back. We're above 94.4 as the pump continues, live it in the flesh. Checking out CoinMarketCap.com. The current crypto market cap sits at $3.3 trillion. The Bitcoin market cap is $1.868 trillion. We got 134 billion worth of volume over the past 24 hours. And currently the Bitcoin dominance is 56.6%, with the Ether dominance back on the rise at 12.4%. And checking out top 100 crypto gainers past 24 hours. Lido Dow, Athena, and Sui leading the pack. Which alts, if any, are you bullish on for the bull? Holla at your boy. And checking out the crypto bubbles, we get a visual perspective on the day. As you can see, everything just flipped green once again, maybe 60-40 green over red. Zooming out on the monthly, 70-30 red over green. Checking out the crypto greed and fear index. We're currently at 65 greed. Yesterday, 73. Last week at 70. Last month at 84. And extreme greed. And checking out the time chain calendar. We have 172,921 blocks until the next halving in 2028. We're currently on block number 877,000. And what's this? The difficulty adjustment, readjusting here. And you can currently exchange one US fiat monopoly dollar for 1,079 sats. So stack them sats or forever hold your peace. And there you have it. But anyways, yeah, first let's look at some of the live charts. You can see via Coinbase, via TradingView. We do have a bull target on the 1 hour in the red sitting at 111,000. We do have a target just under that at 108.5. And then there's some bear scenarios on the 1 hour chart, as you can see on your screen. And zooming out to the 4 hour chart. Lots of action here as well. We got the red target also. It's sitting at 111. What a divine number. Send it. You already know. And a green target at 108.5. And then there's some bottom targets we'll ignore. And then zooming out to the 1 day, the daily chart. Lots of targets going on here. We have the rising wedgie. We do have a red target of 112 currently in play on the daily. Zooming out from there, we'll look at the 1 week. And as you can see, staircase to heaven, little corrective candle obviously formed, taking some of that momentum away after entering price discovery. And we just got an itty bitty red candle close last night. For Sunday, and that was the final weekly close for the year. But we still have $124,000 cup and handle target in play here for Q1. And zooming out a little further, take a quick look at the 1 month. And as you can see, Moonvember was massive, and we have 1 day left until we get the December close. Do you think we'll go on another rally between then and then? Or do you think we'll just likely sit and float where we're currently at? Holla at your boy and do let me know. And with that being shared, family, what I'm going to do next is actually pull up the latest from MicroStrategy and their latest acquisition. But let me switch the scene for you guys. You should be able to see here on your screen. MicroStrategy buys 2,138 Bitcoin for $209 million. Their yield reaches 74% in 2024. Mind-boggling, right? December 30th, MicroStrategy announced it added 2,138 Bitcoin to its holdings between the 23rd and the 29th. The company said it used $209 million in cash to purchase the coins at an average price of about $97,800 per biddy. And according to the filing, MicroStrategy funded the acquisition by selling 592,000 shares during the same week. MicroStrategy reported that its Bitcoin yield, a performance metric for the crypto investments, reached 74.1% year to date as of December 30th. From October 1st to the 29th, the metric stood at 47.8%. Now, Saylor previously said the company would continue buying Bitcoin at any price. The MicroStrategy exec said the company will still buy the asset even if the price hits $1 million per coin, which is a 10x from where we're at. The latest Bitcoin purchase marks the 8th consecutive week the business intelligence firm purchased Biddy. Since October 31st, MicroStrategy bought Bitcoin weekly, adding 194,000 Bitcoin to its holdings. However, the amount of Bitcoin the company bought had decreased significantly compared to the purchases back in Moonvember. During the month, MicroStrategy bought over 100,000 Bitcoin. That's insane for a 1 month acquisition, family. And on December 23rd, its filings with the US SEC said the company wants permission to increase the number of authorized shares for its Class A common stock and preferred stock. This would give them more flexibility to issue additional shares whenever they need. The company seeks to raise the authorized Class A common stock from 330 million shares to 10 billion shares. Damn. And in addition, it also wants to increase the authorized preferred stock from 5 million to more than 1 billion shares. And there you have it. There's the latest acquisition from Michael Saylor and MicroStrategy. Now we're ready to rock. Next story of the day, family. And again, welcome everyone joining the live. Breaking news out of Hong Kong. Legislator proposes adding Bitcoin to the national reserves. Let's go, Hong Kong, for the win. Hong Kong legislator wants the special administrative region to take advantage of China's one country, two systems policy to include Bitcoin in its national reserve for financial security. Winning. Now, Wu Zhenghong, member of the Hong Kong Legislative Council, shared that the state-owned newspaper Wenwei Po that Hong Kong could study the market impact of the U.S.-based spot Bitcoin ETFs and pointed to the smaller nations such as El Salvador and Bhutan, which have integrated Bitcoin into their strategic reserves, as well as certain U.S. states. He added that the U.S. President Trump's proposal to make the Bitcoin a strategic reserve asset could have a significant impact on traditional markets. In fact, we're going to discuss how that can take the Bitcoin price to 740,000 while Trump is in office. Stick around. That's our feature story of the day. And according to him, Hong Kong's authorities should make good use of the one country, two systems and first try including Bitcoin in the ETFs before further exploring ways to increase Hong Kong's Bitcoin holdings. Now, he also highlighted the potential of the Bitcoin to attract talent and investment while also reinforcing financial stability amid market fluctuations. He emphasized that holding Bitcoin as part of the national reserves can mitigate disruptions caused by broader adoption in traditional markets, offering Hong Kong the first mover's advantage. The report stated that Hong Kong's financial services and the Treasury Bureau will formulate crypto regulations based on the same business, same risks, same rules, philosophy. Quoting them here, if major economic powers take the initiative to include Bitcoin in strategic reserves, the value of Bitcoin will be more stable, causing more and more other countries to follow suit and reduce their holdings of traditional assets. This will result in the fall of the price of traditional assets and will shrink the government's fiscal reserves holding traditional assets. And according to the report, China currently holds 190,000 Bitcoin through various confiscation efforts, making its Bitcoin reserve second only to that of the United States of America. America. And in mid-2024, another Hong Kong Legislative Council member, Johnny NG, announced plans to collaborate with various stakeholders to assess the feasibility and potential benefits of incorporating the biddy into the Special Administrative Region's financial reserves, as Johnny shared here alongside posting the Trump speech from the Nashville conference. Former U.S. President Trump recently gave a speech at the U.S. Bitcoin Summit, sharing his views on Bitcoin. Bitcoin and Web3 have already gained the attention and development of the countries around the world, and Hong Kong is also actively becoming a hub to promote these technological advances. We call it the Trump pump. He also highlighted the increasing global awareness of the iBiddy, making it a crucial element in the discourse of the digital assets and their integration into the traditional financial systems. And if you don't know, now you know, crypto bros. Next story of the day, family. Keep the comments flowing. Again, we're streaming live on X, Rumble, and YouTube. We got a lot to share. Big news. Tether USDT also made a massive acquisition, not just MicroStrategy, but USDT issuer Tether adds 7,629 of the biddy to the Bitcoin reserve. That's right, broskies. According to on-chain data, the Tether reserve wallet received the Bitcoin units worth 705 million. The funds came from its affiliated crypto trading platform Bitfinex after it had remained dormant for 9 months. Currently, Tether Bitcoin reserves hold a total of 82,983 biddies. The firm accumulated this funds for almost $3 billion at an average price of $36,000 per Bitcoin, winning. And per the on-chain data, these Bitcoin holdings are currently worth $7.68 billion. As the on-chain lens points out here, just in, Tether Bitcoin reserves have received 7,629 of the biddy, worth $705 million from Bitfinex after being dormant for 9 months. Currently, the Tether Bitcoin reserves 82,983. Holy moly. Accumulated for almost $3 billion at an average price of $36,000, so they're up almost 3x on their investment. Tether is the dominant stablecoin of the market, which we all know, with a total of $138 billion market cap. Over the past year, the firm has been diversifying its excess capital into the biddy and other assets. Specifically, the firm started to allocate the funds to Bitcoin from as far back as May this year. The firm resolved at the time to invest as much as 15% of its monthly net income into the Bitcoin. And as reported, the stablecoin issuer plans to invest $5 billion into its AI platform in the coming year. The firm also plans to showcase the prototype of its AI platform by the end of Q1 2025, right around the corner. And beyond the Tether Bitcoin transaction update, a major concern for the stablecoin issuer is the FUD, which is currently being battled regarding global operations. As the markets of crypto assets regulation come into full effect today, the concerns regarding its delisting has grown. And I think that's only particularly in the UK, FYI. And amid the growing FUD, the USDT market cap slumped by $2 billion. A drop in the bucket. Now pegged at $138 billion, while the stablecoin will only exit decentralized exchanges in the EU. And that's the rumor. That's the FUD. USDT will still be available on decentralized exchanges and peer-to-peer platforms. And addressing the concerns, Tether CEO said the firm's rivals are just desperate to make you believe things that don't exist. Hence, FUD. It's make-believe to shake the trees. As he shares here, a great thread. MiCA regulations, how do they apply to the stablecoin, specifically to USDT? Don't believe the FUD. Competitors are just desperate, aka USDC, which is Circle's company. And as you know, all the great ones, the establishment is against them. And I believe personally that USDT is one of the great ones. They're legit. They're doing everything right. But the establishment is promoting USDC, which is Circle's company, and fudding USDT. But what do you expect? And breaking, as you can see, Tether just bought the 7,600 Bitcoin for $705 million. They continue to increase their Bitcoin holdings. Now we're $7.7 billion, aka the whales are loading them up. Let's dive into our next story of the day. We got 700 people here. We're live on X, Rumble, and YouTube. Keep the comments flowing. Always greatly appreciated. Here's the latest with decentralized exchange volumes hitting a record high of $462 billion here in December. That's right. Decentralized exchanges set a record high for December, with the monthly trading volume soaring to $462 billion, according to decentralized finance data platform DeFi Llama. Now, data released December 30th today showed December was the highest ever month for the DEX volumes, continuing the momentum for the November. In November, the DeFi space saw a monthly volume of $374 billion, driven by the anticipation of a more favorable regulatory regime, ultimately meaning the departure of Gary Gensler and the lizard folk. In the United States, following Trump's victory of the U.S. presidential election, Uniswap remained the leading DEX by trading volume, recording $106 billion over the past 30 days, according to the DeFi Llama. PancakeSwap secured second place with $96 billion in monthly volume. Solana's largest DEX, Radium, took third place after the trading platform had a volume of $58 billion in the last 30 days. The uptick aligns with the revenue boost in Solana's decentralized apps during November. And on December 17th, research platform Syndica reported Solana-based dApps recorded a revenue of $365 million in November, largely driven by the memes created on the Solana meme coin launch pad Pump Fun. Now, Aerodrome or Orca took fourth and fifth spots respectively. Aerodrome had a volume of $31 billion, while Orca's volume reached $22 billion. Lifinity, Curve Finance, and Hyperliquid recorded a combined volume of $43 billion. And while the DeFi trading volumes climbed, the meme coin market experienced a sharp correction this month. CoinMarketCap data shows the overall meme coin market cap skyrocketed at the beginning of December before crashing. And on December 9th, meme coins peaked at $137 billion in market cap. However, as of December 23rd, the total market cap for the meme-based tokens dropped by $45 billion to $92 billion. And at this time, the total market cap for memes are sitting at $95 billion, 20% lower than its market cap from December 1st. The early surge in December was likely driven by the increased interest from the US-based trading platforms listing meme coins, such as Pepe hitting the new all-time high. And there you have it, crypto bros. What are your thoughts on some of that? Let me know. But anyways, next story of the day, family. Let's discuss the 185,000 target, according to this analyst. Then we'll discuss a 740,000 target with the United States establishing a strategic Bitcoin reserve with Trump as our POTUS. Obviously, this is coming from Dan Morehead from Pantera Capital. But first, let's break down this target and welcome everyone joining the live stream. Galaxy Research unveils H1 and Q4 2025 price targets for the Bitty, sees Ethereum hitting new highs next year. That's right. In a new thread on X, Galaxy Research's Alex Thorne says he sees Bitcoin surging by nearly 100% from the current levels before 2025 expires amid the increasing adoption of the largest digital asset by the market cap. Quoting him here, Bitcoin will cross 150 Gs in H1 and test or best 185 in Q4 2025. A combination of the institutional, corporate, and nation-state adoption will propel the Bitty to new heights in 2025. And throughout its existence, Bitcoin has appreciated faster than all the other asset classes, faster than Bone Thugs and Harmony, particularly in the S&P 500 in gold. And that trend will continue in 2025. Bitcoin will also reach 20% of the gold market cap. And right now, the gold market cap, I think it's like 17 trillion. Bitcoin market cap, just shy of 2 trillion. And it lays it out here, the compounded annual growth rate of the Bitcoin versus the gold and the S&P. Numbers don't lie. Check the scoreboard. Thorne also believed that the Bitcoin ETPs, which are the exchange-traded products, will witness tens of billions of dollars of inflows next year. Quoting him here, the U.S. bought Bitcoin ETPs will collectively cross $250 billion, which is $250 billion in assets under management next year, 2025. And in 2024, the Bitcoin ETPs collectively took in more than $36 billion of net inflows, making them the best ETP launch as a cohort in history. Many of the world's major hedge funds bought Bitcoin through the ETPs, including Millennium, Tudor, and T.E. Shaw, while the state of Wisconsin Investment Board bought a position, according to the 13F filings. And after just 1 year, the Bitcoin ETPs are only 19% away, which is $24 billion from flipping the assets under management of all the U.S. physical gold ETPs. Data from analytics from CoinGlass shows the Bitcoin ETFs collectively have nearly $110 billion in assets under management. Ain't no joke. Collectively now, just BlackRock and MicroStrategy now hold roughly 1 million BTC. Crazy, right? And looking at the Ethereum ETF, Thorne predicts that the leading layer 1 protocol will see a fresh all-time high next year. Quoting him here, Ether will trade above 5,500 in 2025. Let me know if you agree or disagree. A relaxation of the regulatory headwinds for the DeFi and the staking will propel Ether to a new all-time high in 2025. New partnerships between DeFi and TradFi, perhaps conducted inside the new regulatory sandbox environments, will finally allow traditional capital markets to experiment with public blockchains in earnest, with Ethereum and its ecosystem seeing the lion's share of the use. Corporations will increasingly experiment with their layer 2 networks, mostly based on Ethereum tech. Some gains utilizing public blockchains will find the product market fit, and the NFT trading volumes will meaningfully rebound. So there you go. Yeah, let me know if you agree, disagree with some of those predictions, family. And do you think the NFT market will rebound like what we saw in 2021 when it was all NFTs? Bored Ape Yacht Club monkeys being sold for millions of dollars by all the influencers flexing on us? Let me know. But anyways, fam, now for our feature story of the day. Bitcoin predicted to hit 740,000 per coin while Trump is in office. Or around that time he leaves. Theoretically, he would leave January of 2028, and this prediction is by April 2028, but close enough. And this is according to Dan Morehead of Pantera Capital. So let's discuss the United States adopting a strategic Bitcoin reserve, because that's what it's all about, and that's what's on everyone's mind right now. Some very bullish predictions to share with you. And this other headline here, Trump confirms the Bitcoin reserve plans with a 15 trillion price boom predicted. And currently the gold market cap is roughly 17 trillion. So what happens when Bitcoin overtakes that of gold? Pretty little bitty going up. That's right. Dan Morehead. Probably the coolest name for any broski to ever have granted on this planet, but I digress. The CEO of Pantera Capital made the bold forecast about the Bitcoin future growth trajectory. By April 2028, he sees Bitcoin rising to 740 G's, baby, and attaining a market cap of 15 trillion. And since Pantera's first investment in 2013, Bitcoin has averaged an 88% annual growth rate. Hence, this estimate fits historical facts. Morehead's confidence derives from his conviction that at barely 5%, the Bitcoin presence in the world financial markets reflect a fraction of its actual potential. Preach. Now, Morehead, yes, please, supports his forecast by stressing Bitcoin's relatively minor presence in the global financial system, valued at about 500 trillion. That's a half a quadrillion, family. This disparity highlights a lot of the space for development, especially since the institutional investors and FOMO like a mofo see Bitcoin as a reasonable asset class, plus so much more. Regulatory developments are also very important, since shifting the frameworks are supposed to turn the past challenges into the drivers for the more general acceptance. Morehead contends that the value of the Bitcoin might expand drastically when governments and financial institutions adopt blockchain tech. But you already know. Now, on track record, check this out. Pantera gives the view more weight. They launched their fund back in 2013. The firm's Bitcoin fund has shown lifetime gains of a mere 131,000%, therefore supporting Morehead's claim that the crypto sector is set for the explosive expansion. Ain't seen none yet. It's going up forever, Laura. Looking ahead, the strategic importance of the Bitcoin also determined its fate outside personal investing. As reported, Bitcoin is the main asset for national reserves and economic leadership, since it's compared to the digital real estate, particularly for the U.S., which runs the danger of losing its worldwide edge should it neglect the biddy as the pillar of its digital asset strategy. All eyes on Trump, the new POTUS, taking office Jan 20th, as his team has already confirmed the Bitcoin strategic reserve plans. In fact, Eric Trump, one of his sons, was just speaking over at the UAE, at the United Arab Emirates, doubling down on what they're likely to do. So you already know. What are your thoughts? Do you think Trump will follow through with some of his promises? Do let me know. I'm going to play and remind you what some of those promises were right now as I sampled the audio from his recent speech in Nashville. Here's Trump on Bitcoin.
This afternoon, I'm laying out my plan to ensure that the United States will be the crypto capital of the planet. And
clearly, the crypto or Bitcoin capital of the planet right now is Bitcoin country, El Salvador. Do you think Trump will follow through with his plan and make Bitcoin literally the Bitcoin or crypto capital of the planet? Let me know. That's the first promise.
The Bitcoin superpower of the world.
He specifically says Bitcoin superpower of the world. They have the potential to do it, but the question is, will they actually do it? Let me know.
We'll get it done.
He says we'll get it done.
If crypto is going to define the future, I want to be mined, minted, and made in the USA.
If Bitcoin crypto is going to be the future, we need Bitcoin mined and minted in the USA. We need to make the United States of America the Bitcoin mining capital of the world. If he follows through with that, let's go.
It's going to be. It's not going to be made anywhere else. And
we don't want it made in China. Granted, everything else in the world is made in China, Indonesia, or India. Just look at the tags and the labels of what you buy.
Bitcoin is going to the moon, as we say, as
where no man has gone before. The moon. You hear that?
going to the moon. I want America to be the nation that leads the way. And
We're going to lead the way, family.
that's what's going to happen. I pledge to the Bitcoin community.
He pledges to all of the CNA fam at the Bitcoin Cafe holding it down.
That the day I take the oath of office, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris's anti-crypto crusade will be over. It will end. It'll
Finito to the war on crypto. You're out of here, Gensler. Now go home and get your shine box. You too, Warren.
be done. It'll be done.
What a play on names. Warren. And there's a war on crypto. Coincidence? I think not, evildoers.
On day one, I will fire Gary Gensler and appoint a new SEC.
Gensler, if you're watching the stream right now, you're fired. Now go home and get your shine box.
chairman.
So yeah, let me know your thoughts. Do you think America will actually follow through with the plans of the POTUS? Holla, and I'll read your comments out loud. Welcome everyone to the Q&A segment of the live stream. Let's make America healthy again. Amen. Thanks for the reminder, Streamlabs. Make sure you subscribe. #1 Bitcoin music channel, Chandy 10 Music, hands down. It's 740 on April the 1st. It's a great day, other than him asking if we have heard of Azable. So far, the announcements helped all the Dino coins. Dino coins. Gensler didn't even have to use his toupee. I have to say it was a good day. You feel me? But here's what we're going to do. We got 832 people here live and in the flesh, 320 of you on the tube. Right now we're live on X, Rumble, and YouTube. We're about to flip it to the uncensored extended version of the pod. So if you're on YouTube, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get out of here. Head on over to the Rumble. The direct Rumble link is rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net, and we're going to continue with the uncensored extended version of the pod for the next hour, which is my favorite part of the daily show. So head on over to the Rumble, rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net. If you're on X, you're golden. But if you're on YouTube, head on over to the Rumble. See you soon. Deuces. The YouTube should be ending any moment. He will follow through, but how much will be purchased is the real question. What's another question? Will they only stockpile what they already have, 200,000 Bitcoin, or will they actually have a plan to purchase, let's say, 250,000 to 1 million Bitcoin per year, as Senator Lummis proposes?